Hey guys, how's it going? I'll be right there. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Burke Lake, hole number 1. I'm using a pitching wedge on this. Oh, that's no good. Let's see. I'm playing on an iPhone XR, so that's why it's a little slow. I'm recording off or streaming off the iPhone 13, which actually has better graphics for this, but I kind of wanted a better camera rather than better graphics. I'm going to use a 4 hybrid on this one. I kind of feel like I would hit this 4 hybrid about 180 yards. This is 160. Oy, oy, oy. That wasn't good either. That's all right. Alright, so 2 cut. Because I'll use a pitching wedge, this one's 100 yards. That's kind of cool. Probably like 13 feet. $14 feet. Alright, okay. Now that was amazing, right? let's see. Yeah, this Rapsodo is cool. I'm really just always trying to avoid slicing it, so it's like overkill and that's going all the way to the right, since I'm left-handed. Okay, that's gonna be good. Alright, turning on the, are we? Angle it. This is the laser to aim the Rapsodo. I should do something real quick. Alright, let's see. This is kind of a cool one. Alright, not too hard. That wasn't any. It'll go. That's embarrassing. I think that shot right there was actually, it was way farther up in my stance than it should have been. That was not ideal. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Alright, 7 iron. Alright, let's see. That's all right. see on the ground, I'm in a barn, so there's lots of toads. Too bad. That's all right. That being said, I think this $4 Temu wedge actually seems pretty decent. It's got a milled face. See, I shouldn't use a picture. It's not on. I'm going to a 9 iron. I'm trying to hit it just a lot harder. It seems like, and it doesn't have all the best. Let's. You know, you typically don't get a lot of no reads. It seems pretty decent, but you know what? Maybe it's bad. I really got to be more on this side rather than that side. All right. Just hit it normal. Weather's rolling in. This is the my stand for my irons. I actually regripped and reshafted all of them. I'm kind of tall, so I just put. Now I guess I probably put the wrong shafts on them because I just got the cheap $13 ones, but it was kind of cool putting them together. Let's see. Let's see. So right now I'm just trying to reset my phone. The connection dropped. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Yeah, so I'm using the Mango router. This actually is just a repeater right now from the house. The house is over there, but it's working decent. All right, let's see. Hopefully it loads now. But yeah, that's the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro. This has been a really good deal. I have the option of playing actually 30,000 different courses. It seems like maybe the physics in the app might not be the best, but I'm really happy with it. Even with this connection failing. Let's see. I'm gonna back out, close the app, and start over. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, this is actually pretty cool. You play, choose courses. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel I got some kind of cool looking clubs. Ping G25s. All right, this is my shot at redemption. The phone's just being held up by a microphone. Let's get this show on the road. All right. That's all the way to the left. Oh, that moves. I think I'm gonna use a, but then it's also even higher up. I'm gonna use a pitching wedge. What I also want to avoid is hitting the roof. So I only want it to go but so high. Oh boy. Alright. We got this. It's alright. That's going to be at least not very good. Or at least a 1 foot. If I get a good score on this hole, I'm going to finish the front 9 in a decent. I'm trying to hit it too hard. I'm going to go to just a bigger. Alright. Let's get the shot. Okay. Alright. That was like the worst 2-putt you could get, but we're going somewhere. Ay, ay, ay. You know, if I try to break 60 on this, I'd be doing like really good. Is that even possible? No. Well, I have to par every hole. Right. 132. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank YouTube for letting me put an unreasonable amount of video for something that's not very good on their server. I only want to use these RPT balls because they are the ones that can read if you're slicing it. Alright. This mat keeps moving. I gotta figure out maybe a better setup. That was kind of cool. Alright, okay. 18 yards. It almost looks like it's tilting to the left. I think if I just try to shoot it straight, it's... Too far. That's it. Alright. Man, the Rapsodo's cool. It makes you wonder how great the other ones are if people trash this. Actually, I wouldn't say people are trashing it. Oh man, you know that's the thing that sucks about this MLM 2 Pro. The trees are like brick walls. That's alright. Okay. 136. Using a 7 iron. I'm really just not hitting very well. That's alright. Okay, so I'm within 30 feet, but I'm not on the green, so as long as I get on the green, I got a 2-foot. 10 yards. Let's see. 60 degree. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out how this app works. It actually seems pretty good, like a pretty good deal. What I like about this app is it lets me use the 0.5x, because otherwise the screen and myself, I'm just too tall. I'm out of frame. So, but anyways, the app Live Now, for $13 I can live stream and then use the 0.5x. It seems like such a small and trivial part, but I don't know. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'll just keep my golf. All right. 143 yards. Going downhill. Alright, I'm going to use an 8 iron. I think that'll work out okay. That was terrible. That was not ideal. Oh, this is actually the part that people say they hate about. Like, these trees are impossible. Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot maybe to the right. And it's still 87 yards. I wanted to use my chipper. I can hit my chipper pretty far, but that seems a little... So maybe... super low. I'm going to use... This is probably a bad idea. Let me know if it is. I'm going to use a 4 iron and just not even hit it too low. Just try to keep it low. Okay. Well, I think it was a good idea. And I need to locate content. Okay. And then I'm like, screw the 4 iron. It rolls too far. Back to my $4 Temu wedge, 60-degree milled face. That was terrible, but that's all right. I guess you could say it just felt more terrible than it was. But I still got a double bogey. Let's not get it twisted. Alright, 146 yards using my 6 iron. which is actually the Ping G410. It's actually pretty sweet. Unfortunately, I suck hitting it, but it looks nice. It'd be nice to hit something that looks nice. Well, that felt really odd. It does make me wonder, since I was the one who epoxied the head on, whether I screwed it up, and that's why it sucks the head. But it would also just make sense that I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. 87 yards. This will go with pitching wedge and up 20. Jeez. 17 yards. I feel if I use my 60-degree wedge with no hips, it goes about 15. So if I just use my arms, and don't bring it up more than like that, or like, I don't know. Alright, 124 yards. Down 3. I'm gonna use my 9 iron. Hit it like a boss. That's kind of I hit it just so fat, it didn't feel like it did. It's not a good part to race. Let's try to break 65. 171 yards. I'm going to use my 4 hybrid. And up 11 feet. See, it almost seems like sometimes I just don't get the right angle. You know, it's just a little, how useful it would be to actually that just doesn't, and you know, we have the laser, which is kind of cool, so you know, like it's all pointed at it right, and that's, yeah. So then really, I feel like in order to get into out, I have to back up so much. It feels weird because I feel like I'm already turned like all the way around. Okay. And it's kind of like, oh well, and I can't hit the ball backwards because that would be embarrassing.
I should probably just do what works.
Okay, 30 yards. And going up 4 feet. I'm just going to use the 56. Make it a little easier. Alright. You know, it almost makes me wonder. That'll be good. Alright, that's a 1 putt right there. Alright. Nope, it's not. It's okay. I think this is a cool setup. I mean, it's like, you know, bad in a lot of ways, but it's freaking cool. Most of this is actually all from Temu. I guess the screen's really from Amazon. But these Temu ones, they sent me coupons, and I bought every time. I got them for like $25. And for a 4x6, that's pretty decent. Especially since Amazon sells, you know, the cheap Chinese stuff anyway. So, you know, it's like the same thing. Alright, 121 yards. Going uphill. Maybe an 8-iron? I do have the good fiber built thing though. I guess I should cut it. That's why actually I stacked these greens just so I'm a little bit closer to the height level of that. Okay, 121 yards. This is actually going to be a hole-in-one. This is going to be rather interesting. This is the redemption tour. It was only 33 feet from a hole-in-one. That's amazing. $37.6 feet from a hole-in-one. That was pretty impressive. I also kind of wonder whether I should just constantly only use my 7-iron and all this variation of going from club to club just makes it so I got too many swings. And I'm a jack of all trades instead of a master of a 7-iron. And, you know, it's so far up in my stance. I kind of feel like a little bit of this moves and I'm just, maybe I'm just trying to find an excuse. Alright. And I feel like I'm trying to line up on here, well that might not really be, but this line right here should be actually definition of in or out. Alright. Okay. Well, I'll be able to get out of those. This should be on. 20 yards. That'll be.
That should get it. So the Rapsodo is normally 700. I got some, I used to coupon for 10% off. Then I think I paid with PayPal to get some extra off. And so I think it was around $600 to get. And then you have to get you kind of want to get the lifetime subscription. That's 500. So you're at 1100. But the yearly subscription I think is 200. And I felt in like they give you a free subscription of 45 days, but I feel like, oh, I'm gonna use this for I feel like way more than 2.5 years. Well, I got another question for you. That's all right. Alright. Well, yeah, so I can choose any courses. If anyone wants to tell me some good par 3s, that would be nice. I don't really want to play like these jumbo ones. The problem is, I got a driver and all that. Actually, it's kind of a cool one. It's a cheap one. But anyways, I feel like it's so big and it gets so loud in here. But also, I feel I don't swing it well anyways. But I feel like I'll hit like the walls a little bit, so that kind of restrains my swing. Anyways, maybe I sometimes use the 4-wood in here. I think the 4-wood and the 3-wood work, just not really the driver shaft. Yeah, anyways, I'm about to head out, but it's the weirdest thing. Rapsodo I feel is so great, but they don't actually have a list of the courses. You actually need to type in the course. You see this kind of dirty, just from the golf ball contacts. I feel maybe I'll clean it up sometime, but the big thing I guess people say to do is you can just flip it upside down and then make the top the bottom, and then the top is going to be like way cleaner. And if it ever starts to tear, I guess you can really even just do it 90 degrees. But yeah, it works pretty well. Alright, well, I'm going to head out. See y'all, guys.